check. Check, check, check. Lovely weather. How's it, fam? Are you still together? That's too bad. Hey, just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. I've heard about so-and-so. I know you know. A scandalous affair. And to think he's an heir. Hey! Just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. Hey! Just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. Check, check. What's up? Happy Thursday. We gotta get a little bit of advertisement and some countdown clock going on. Am I right? Right. You bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say, right, right. Hey, you bloody well right. You know you got a right to... Who did that tune? Anybody? Is it trivia night? Bam. Fluid topic. Music trivia. Who was that? Who sings that song, If I Didn't Slaughter It So Bad That You Can't Tell What I Was Trying to Sing There? Who do we got in the house? We got Be Nice, Gloria, and Dave. Do 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 Dave. And we got Macaroni. Happy, did I say happy Thursday? I absorbed some energy from the grandkids. Most folks say that grandkids suck their energy, but I don't know. Hanging out in the garden today with a 3 and 5 year old was man, that's my, that I know it probably seems crazy, but that's right up my alley. I think that's why me and my daughter get along so well, me and my daughters, but yeah. Cause that's what it was like. That's what it reminded me. I just sat there recalling walking around with those two when they was little. So mom had the baby, right? And so the garden went to shit because I guess dad wasn't going to deal with that either. My son-in-law is a great guy. He is. I've told you guys he's a preacher's son, but he's an actor. And he's funny. Should I share? Maybe I shouldn't do that. God, I'm so paranoid. The Chuds are such idiots. I can't fucking say. I got to be so careful about what I share or say about my family anymore. But so the garden went to shit, but I mean the tomatoes are growing good. Just everything's growing over. The oldest one had a dig to show me the watermelon. You don't have any B? I didn't know that. I don't know how many kids you have. I know you have a daughter. Yeah, I do, B, but you, sister, you've been around long enough to know. It's so strange. It's like, man, I grew up, I think I'm the way I am, a social butterfly. I joke around a lot and say, I'm an edgy fucking bastard. I don't know that that's how I come off or not. Maybe. But I keep it, it's like who I am, and it's just easier to be who I am. But I got to curb that. I got to know when to curb that. I agree. Like, I just wear my heart and mind on my sleeve, and I it's not that I'm ignorant. There's a lot of sick folks out there, but I tell you, even though I've been around the internet for quite some time, I learned another lesson with the Chuds in the White House chat. Even though I've dealt with their kind before, I guess maybe not quite as persistent. Yeah, I knew Dave would like the watermelon. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. Be like, um, my mom had two kids. I've told you guys a story about two younger brothers and sisters that are closer to me in age, so they're more like my siblings. But the oldest one had two boys. The next one down had one boy. Next one down had one girl. And the next one down, the next one down had adopted her and her wife. Not adopted. They had did the whole IVF donor thing. But their kid is incredible. So only my mom had two kids, and her oldest sibling under her had two, and the other three only had one each. So, but like my grandma's sister, who I love to death, her and her husband never had any kids. So, like, my grandparents had 5 kids, right? And I had 5 kids, but my mom only had 2. My oldest already has 3, but I asked her today what their plans were, and they said, she's like, I'm done. I mean, she's 34. B, if it helps at all, I'm always willing to, I will forever share, because I try not to be that annoying, let me tell you about my grandkids guy, but it's hard. It's hard. When you have the grandkids I do, it's hard. I'll be willing to share my grandkids with your sister. I appreciate and have a lot of my fondest memory, even though they were spread out over 14 years, like with all of them when they were young, like under like the age of 5 and under or something, right? And not that I didn't love them and enjoy them after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got to be their own little peoples around that age, right? So yeah, no problem, B. You betcha. Hold me to it. Yes, exactly, Gloria. Yep, 3-5 and a newborn. So they will be 4-6, 4-6 in the end October and November. But yeah. Well, Dad was stay-at-home dad until earlier this summer because he's an artist basically. He's an actor, but he does obviously he's not doing these $1 million starring roles or anything. So did a lot of photography and all kinds of other work. And just recently, one of the big theater companies around here offered him a GM position. So he's doing that now, and Mama is at home. Yeah, I'm really proud of those two. Are just such solid, I mean, I don't want to bore you guys with the bullshit. But I've had quite the life. Well, you've aged remarkably well, Dave, for being born such a young age. James, what's up, brother? Breaking news. James has breaking news. I need one of those things, right? What was it, like the old CBS evening? Breaking news. Trump has offered Putin Marjorie Taylor Greene for free if he ends the war in Ukraine. He said no deal. He already has bleached butch bimbos. Should have been six-toed beach butch bimbos. I can't even say that. Bleached butch bimbos. Bleached butch bimbos. Bill says my grandson knows his great-grandfather, and they have 6 great-grandchildren. Bill, my oldest she was the only one of my kids that got to be with my great-grandma. So my daughter, my oldest, got to bounce. Literally, Granny Greene was still in good enough shape where she was able to bounce my oldest on her knee. So her great-great-grandmother, and I think my daughter was her third or fourth great-great-grandchild. And she, even though Granny Greene is past now, long past, she's it's countless, Bill. It's countless. I mean, that's the southern side of the family, right? She's got, I'm sure over 100 grandchildren. I have no idea how many great grandchildren, and now she has great grandchildren. Even though, like I said, she's not with us, but that was always pretty special to me, brother. Because how many people get to hang? Like, I worked in the shop, in the buffing shop, my grandpa's buffing factory. Granny Greene, his mom, was packing parts, right? And so when I was 9-10 years old, I got to go into the packing room and help build boxes and stuff. And I got to work with my great-grandmother in a factory. I shit you not. That's why I say I've had the most amazing life, even though that's not like some super rock star stuff. It's fucking awesome, man. It's awesome. Whatever, James. Damn it. I hate it when you suffer from the heat, but you know what it means when you start getting flowers? TV starts getting fucking snowflakes. It's not nice for him, B. Don't let him fool you. B, you're being sucked into the pretty colors and the aroma of the plants and James's absolutely amazing charisma. Don't let him fool you, B. We're not ready for James to have summer yet. It's not because we don't want James to have summer, but you can't have both. You can't have summer here and at James's house. B, what do you think? I'm thinking like it's so expensive though, but like Northern California, right? Oregon. Is there a safe place to live considering earthquakes? Like, as long as you're not surrounded by a bunch of tall buildings and shit? Or doesn't it matter? James says 7 degrees. How will I survive? Well, you're about to get hotter now. That I mean, I know that. I don't know how Australia is all backwards. James has fucking hot weather 24/7, 365. I think though, unfortunately. Somebody said I was in the. Oh, I was watching those Greece wildfires live at like 4 o'clock in the morning the other night, and yapping with some folks, and somebody said it was 50 degrees Celsius in Iraq. B, do you know that that's my favorite Jackson 5 song? If you look that up, man, the way Michael starts that tune is just, it's unbelievable. I'm going back to Indiana. But in that, I mean, just screaming. It's ridiculous. Yes, there was wildfires in Greece and in Portugal and in Spain. Yeah, I watched the one in Greece for a good hour and a half or something like that, and it's like, man, they don't, there's people down in these like mini valleys, right? Like maybe just the hills around them might be, you know, 40, 50 feet up to 100 feet, maybe a couple 100 yards or a quarter, half mile away. They might get up, just like these kind of rolling hills, right? Not real rolling, a little bit rugged, but but bigger yards. It was just real. It's unbelievably beautiful, these neighborhoods they were showing, but people out there with their hoses, and I'm like, that's not, they're fucking spraying down their vegetation. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, that might work to start spraying on your house at some point, but like, if anything, they should be out, like they are. I mean, Americans don't fucking appreciate, I think, often enough just how fucking on top of a lot of shit like that we are. I mean, there was no saving this fucking neighborhood. The only way they were able to fight it was with chopper drops. I didn't see any fucking people, and I'm sure they had some trucks, but like the roads and everything into these little villages and shit are, and they don't have like water hookup. There's no fucking, public water system where they have hydrants every block or whatever. It's not even blocks. They're just literally these curvy ass roads. Yeah. So, and it's hot. It was in the high 90s Fahrenheit there in Greece when I was watching that, and dry as fuck, windy. I still have milk bottle legs. That's getting up there pretty good, B. See, I wonder, like, is it that I'm just not? I mean, and I feel like I can pretty much tolerate it, right? Right? Like, I have never been in the dry desert heat, but obviously, I've heard pretty much from people that have who live in, drier climates but hot. It is a difference, but you're still baking. I mean, because usually, I mean, we probably couldn't handle 105 degree temperatures here in Michigan because of all the water and stuff around us. Like, it would probably just be, you probably wouldn't be able to breathe outside. I don't know. But yeah, it gets to be, it's high 80s if there's enough humidity, and it starts sucking around here. And we don't get into the mid and upper 90s very often at all. I don't know if we've had any temps over 95 this year or not. We maybe one or two, but we've had way too many in the 90s. Yeah. James says you get up to 115, 120. You've even been, you guys are higher than that. Didn't you say you were close to like 40 degrees Celsius last year at one point or something, or for a few days? I don't know what that translates out to, but maybe that is around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. Max says he lived in Sierra Vista, AZ, for about a year. Yeah, well, our brother Human's out there somewhere. I forget. I don't like to fucking call it. I know he said in chat what's, because he just moved, but yeah, still out there in the AZ desert somewhere. Dave says he never needed an aircon as a kid, but he needs one these days. Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten soft, so I guess a little bit. Like, I can't handle it. I can't handle it at trying to sleep in the shit, right? Like, if you're fucking, especially if you're working in the crap, I mean, you have to be able to cool down or you'll never rest. But too, I find working in the heat like that, like once my body does start to slow down and I cool down, like I will cool right down. Max says Sierra Vista is about 30 miles from the border. Give me some water. See, I don't know. Gloria says she has a friend that moved from Buffalo, New York to Arizona. I can't imagine that kind of extreme. I'm serious. But I don't know. I mean, obviously everybody lives and survives over there in Arizona. I just don't think I could hack that. Like Florida, like I hated going south as a kid, man. We get down into fucking Mississippi and it was fucking disgusting. It was just unbearable. I mean, it was everything. It was the fucking relentless heat, fucking bugs, fucking outhouses. B, are you sure only 134 degrees? Oh, that's 56 degrees Celsius. I thought there's been warmer temperatures than that recently in like India. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Death Valley. Hmm. I think fucking people are exaggerating too much. I believe B. I mean, because like 140 degrees, you can start cooking food at that temperature. Yeah, yeah. No, I trust you, sister. I just thought I'd seen a recent news article about the heat in India. Furnace Creek. Either that or you didn't you didn't get air in the tire, James. I know, I think unless except for maybe the fluke upcoming or extremely hot day, I think I'm just about out of the woods. It's low 80s for the next 10 days. And so that puts me to the 23rd of August. So I don't see any more fucking heat snaps. But I mean, it could happen, I guess, right? I'll have my air conditioner set up until about fucking November. Yeah, blacktop especially because it's kind of soft anyways. It's not like concrete obviously. It don't have that like fucking curing agent. So when it heats up, it heats up. I've never understood that either. I can't believe there isn't a way for us to make a white blacktop. Dave, get on that. It's always a great time to do a donut. Except for I got a cocktail, James. What time is it? It's like probably 9 o'clock Friday for James. Happy Friday, James. He's probably not done yet for the day, though. I've only done that once, Dave, in the winter. When I was plowing, I put some soup in a sealed steel container under the hood of my truck. I mean, it worked. It was stupid. The best thing was you could keep shit ice cold in the back of your truck in the winter plowing. Always had a fucking nice fresh pile of, or nice fresh snowdrift to stuff a Gatorade in. 10:30 a.m. James is at work and everybody else is slacking. Why? What's going? Are you nearing a holiday or something over there, or what's going on? Or are you just fucking with me? 10:30 on a Friday. What's a quirky, unique thing about Aussie workers, James? Like, here in America, for sure, but nobody does anything afternoon on Friday, right? I can't imagine working a second shift on a Friday in a factory. Motherfuckers ain't doing nothing. Most decided to take a sick day, long weekend. Mrs. V says to me the other day, she's like, I had to talk to the manager because they get some readout like with their vacation time and all that good stuff. She had like 65 hours of sick days that she has to use in the next 2 months or some stupid shit. She's like, I didn't know I had them. I'm like, you got to start taking them. 65 hours of paid sick time. She's like, I can't just call in if I'm not sick. I'm like, you can. I mean, her boss she's a manager, but her GM is awesome. She's like, she knows you got to use them. Everybody else does. Just Mrs. V doesn't fucking call into work for any reason at all. Not saying she hasn't ever, but it's rare. She's got to be fucking feeling lousy. Walking into work on Friday morning, James, hitting that clock and going, is it Smoko yet? I'm on Smoko. Leave me alone. I'm on Smoko. Mr. Jim Wedge has joined chat properly. Jim says, my Friday afternoon shifts were remarkably efficient. It's almost like those bastards had better shit to do. The dogs I walk just stopped for a visit. Oh, so whenever you're walking hounds, B, they're not yours? Yeah, Dave, I'm not sure either one of those things sat well with me. I hear you, Beazle. My daughter has two Dalmatians that are 8, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good because never heard the greatest things about Dalmatians being family dogs. Not that they were terrible dogs, but that because of their, I think, genetic hearing issue. Though these two dogs hear fine, or they pay close attention to hand signals, or you guys know how smart and attentive dogs are. They get every little fucking micro movement of our bodies. But I'm just, I don't know. Like Roscoe, I looked at... Yesterday, he was hanging out in the living room, and he gets right up on the couch and puts his fucking head right on the back of the couch. He sits up on his ass like a person, and puts his chin right on the back of the couch, this far from the window, and just hangs there. And I'm just like, I mean, I can only take him. I'm only gonna fucking walk him so much, and it's like, honestly, I feel like shit keeping dog. I mean, they're treated very well, and they probably wouldn't want to be anywhere else, but it's like they don't get to roam the way most. And Roscoe stays right in the yard if we let him out anyway. He don't have to go on a chain. Roxy does. Can you tell it breaks my heart? Fucking seriously, like, they're not here for our entertainment, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you don't need to be getting dragged around, B, that's for sure. That's why Mrs. V can't walk Roxy, because she's a fucking pain in the ass. She's a goddamn moose. Like Roxco, he is like, you look at him and it's like, yeah, he's a machine that you don't want to fuck with, but he's just a fucking lover and loves staying right by you. He's just totally fucking chill for the most part. You get Roxy outside, man, and she just wants to fucking sniff she just wants to go, go, go. Dave says, "What? But Glory, but you hardly get any holidays." Are you kidding me? We got like a holiday for everything, Dave. Oh, Dave means vacation time when he says holiday. That's right. Because he's got that fucking European slang going on. Say we have holidays for everything in this fucking country. Is what we don't have is vacation time. Get the fuck out of here. James says, I'm throwing a birthday party in a few weeks, TV. I'm turning 60. Putting a lamb on a spit. Mrs. M, you have to make sure it's clean. Well, hon, I promise to shave as well. Man, James, don't forget to remind us. I don't want to ask you what your exact birth date is, because you know how fucking stupid people are lurking, but that's awesome. My sister will be 53 on September 1st. I was just looking 2 weeks down the road, taking some mental guesses. That's awesome, James. Another fucking 60 years, baby. With technology and Mrs. M kicking your ass and us here to keep encouraging you. Another 60 years, baby. 60 more years. And happy birthday, too. If, you know, one of us, like, don't recall, because you know what a retard I am. Mr. Aaron just joined chat properly. Properly joined chat. Maybe we just need to do fluid topics more, because I'm enjoying this one. I think that I've had a lot less F-bombs not starting this stream out politics oriented. So that's always good. But I have to do a BRB real quick. So all you folks lurking, I don't know if you just like sitting there with your video capture running, wait for TV to say something that you can beat up on or whatever. Or you can come in and voice your opinion about stuff. You can even get away with being edgy if you keep it directed completely at the host. All right, you guys, hang tight. I will be right back.
check. Check, check, check. Lovely weather. How's the fam? Are you still together? That's too bad. Hey, just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. I've heard about so-and-so. I know you know. A scandalous affair. And to think he's an heir. Hey, just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. Hey, just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. Chin up. You already do what you're told. Get some thicker skin. Don't rock the boat if you wanna grow old. They said, hey, just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day. Hey, just another day. It's what they say. Just another fucking day.
And here I am, a woman in love, a woman in love. Does that repeat there? I don't know. Oh, oh, god damn it. I was going to do a dab before I got back on cam, but whatever. I'll survive. I don't know if we'll make 2 hours on this stream anyways. Jesus Christ, it's only been 45 minutes. I feel fucking drained. A-Bear has properly joined chat. I'll get that right one of these days. A-Bear has correctly joined chat. Maybe it's correctly. Every once in a while I see some streamers that I think use Streamlab, and it'll say that whenever someone new joins the chat. Like, so-and-so has properly joined chat. Or correctly joined chat. I think it's kind of groovy. Here I am, a woman in love. James says, one shaved lamb to ensure proper leg length. That's right. You got to have the leg of the lamb. And ginger too, James, and hopefully Ginger won't mind either. Ginger's a little spicy though. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. Jim says, before today, I'd never properly entered a chat. I'm sorry. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, Jim, everybody that enters chat enters properly. If like their post shows, then I think they made it. At least until one of you blue crew fucking throw their ass to the curb. So I invited Chuds in and nobody said a fucking thing, did they? Why are they like that? How hard is it? Is it because they've gone too far and maybe all along the way, like they're like, I can't fucking admit my fucking dumb shittiness. Now it's too late. And then 2 years later and a whole fuck ton of nonsense later. Well, you know, I voted for a fucking rapist. So, yeah. I just got to double down and hope that Daddy Trump is going to... I mean, what do they think? Like, I mean, clearly they don't look... God damn it. Did Jim get me going on politics? Do you guys see how hard it is to be me sometimes? It's no wonder people think I'm fucking high on meth and loaded or whatever all the time. I get it. It's tough to be TV, and it's not because of these streams. So Jim makes a comment about chat, and I do my best Trump impersonation by going off about fucking politics. Jesus Christ, I don't know how you guys deal with me. Jim says, defending the undefendable is taxing TV. It was a big part of my job. It's exhausting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Like, I don't know, man. You know, I guess in jest, sometimes I say that I have no shame. Meaning I'm not, I don't have any personal hang-ups. We all have some sense of pride. Or we all have things that we might be sensitive about. My big nose, my big ears, my bald head, my fucking nasally, raspy voice. I don't get hung up about that shit. Trust, I don't. 100%. I'm just mentioning it. Those, if I did, those would be things to get hung up about. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not hung up about my big nose, my big fucking ears. But it's been honestly, man, it's been fucking. It's been like. Not freeing or relieving, I guess that's, suggesting that I was living a false life before streaming, but it's very, it's real easy just to come on here and be honest, you know what I mean? It gets hard when you fucking just elaborate on shit that you don't need to because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and it's not that I haven't made mistakes plenty of times, and I always welcome, and it happens that our moderators or chatters will correct me, or I'll come back the next stream and correct myself. But it's just you know, and you guys know, just living to not have to fuck, because I get, and people probably do think I'm a fucking quack, and for good reason at times, I'm sure. Like, if you just catch me here and there, you might think, yeah. Or even if you seen everything I've ever streamed, there still might be times where you'd be like, Jesus Christ, TV. I don't know. It's just seems like a lot less hassle to just be honest. And especially, and that's just me fucking blabbering about myself. It's like, how impossible is it to, like Jim said, to fucking defend some other fucking ass crack? You know what I mean? It's like, holy fuck. Who wants to do that? It's like, I'm not even making excuses for my wife or my kids or my dogs or none of that. None of it. I support them. Be like, yeah, you fucked up, but I'm here for you. Yeah. Jim, have you looked, and I know you're not like unfamiliar with it or anything, but like mass hysteria? There are some, pertaining to MAGA, there are some pretty good videos out there. It's like, you got to be, and I don't pretend to be, so well educated in psychology or psychiatry that I know that these videos are right on. It's just common sense, right? Like, but it doesn't change. My interest in it, Jim, is because it's like, what? I mean, we can sit here and list the causes, I guess, but they're different for all these people. When we're talking about mass hysteria, say 75, 80 million people, they share a lot of the same causes or reasons for being part of that mass hysteria, but it's all individual. And that's the part that I find really fucking super interesting. It's like, because we've seen it, brother, right? Like, we've seen them just completely be at opposite ends of the spectrum on really mega unique issues, right? Like Epstein, for instance. Like Israel, like Gaza, like Ukraine, like Russia. Yeah, there's all kinds of issues that MAGA really has. Not that it's just completely divided, but you know what I mean. Not just one or two people out there on the fringes, one saying, oh, the Epstein files aren't a big deal, and then there's one other person saying they are. It's like the whole Trump administration and just you, and there's many more than the Epstein files, right? The whole Trump administration saying it's a nothing burger, and then you got all the fucking major players in the far right, extreme fascist media like Rogan and the fucking Manskin or whatever that. Anyways, and the Alex Joneses and whoever. What'd I say? Manskin? Mansphere or something like that. Manosphere? I keep forgetting. Manskin did that song that I love so much, I think. Cause I'm begging you. Put your loving arms out. And Thanks, James. So anyway, yeah, that's a pretty badass tune, eh? Everything I said before James got me to turn my mic back on was just about the Manskin tune, so not real important, but I love that fucking groove. It's a shredder. We've moved on to odd foods. It is Fluid Topic Night here, live and loud Fluid Topic Night with all the crew. Bill says he stopped eating octopus after learning how sentient. Yeah, pretty much. Like, probably as smart as us, possibly. I mean, they don't have digits. Well, they don't. Yeah. What do they? What's the? How do you pronounce that, Bill? Do you got any audio for me? Cephalopods, like the cuttlefish is pretty much my favorite species of all time. And though they're pretty small, but I think they could be considered, even among like octopuses, squids, probably the brightest, like the smartest, brightest. And see how much I love them. Most intelligent animal outside of humans. God, what is it? I wouldn't be surprised if Bill knows this. So blackbirds, dolphins, and I want to say cephalopod. Am I saying that right? Anyways, octopus, squid, and of course cuttlefish. Like, there's a badass PBS documentary on a blackbird doing 5 steps to get to a nut. 5 steps that it's quite possible a 5-year-old child wouldn't have been able to figure out. Yeah, shrimp are still out of luck. Well, you know what Kurt Cobain said. It's okay to eat fish 'cause they don't have any feelings. Yeah, that's good shit, ain't it, Aaron? I love that stuff. I've watched it a few times. That PBS doc with that blackbird is just absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, there's just, for one, I mean, I don't know if there's any such thing as training birds. Honestly, I don't. You can teach them, probably get them. There's probably ways to get certain ones to talk more frequently, or how, like my friend has parrots, and she doesn't, I mean, she talks to them a lot. She's great with them, but the older, bigger one is the only one that can talk. It basically laughs at me and it'll say, "What the fuck?" And every time anybody giggles or laughs, it'll laugh. James says, no kidding, TV years ago was fishing off a pier, windy as fuck. So much the wind blew the fold-up chair. I had a few minutes later. Thought I caught a huge one. Saw bubbles in the water. Scuba diver found my chair. Jesus fucking Christ, James is a riot. Dude, I don't know if I could survive like just hanging out a whole night with you drinking, brother. I'd be in tears the whole time. That's funny as fuck. Like, you never fucking know what James's punchline's gonna be. Like, absolutely no way to guess. What you got, Mac? All right, here is a video Mac is sharing with us. So all I seen was a little bit of a bird, so we got some sort of smart creature, I'm assuming, getting down. Hopefully, I got the volume up, so just I want to blast y'all. I don't know how loud. Yeah, I think I've seen that, Mac. That's hilarious. That bird is clearly entertaining it. Good stuff, Mac. Thanks for the share, brother. I'm begging you. Right, I'm sure birds play. Like, I never really thought about it like that, B. I'm sure we wouldn't have ever doubted that birds play in some fashion, but to be able to manipulate something, an inanimate object, I think it really, and it's like how, I mean, I don't know how much there is to it, right? But like when, the monkeys using, or different apes using a stick to fetch ants from a hole in the log, or creating a fishing pole, actually, which is pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, to like the, how do you say that? The abobos? Having a generation, I don't know, it's probably been a little while now, 10, 15 years since it was noticed that they were throwing fruit to the abobo on some beach, and they noticed the really super young ones were going in and washing the shit off. And I don't know if it was just, they weren't ever able to say, hey, the adults just didn't give a shit that it was dirty, or that, yeah, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. I had about a 2-second evolution talk with my daughter, again, who's married to a preacher's son tonight. So, yeah, that was weird. We got on the subject of toenails and what use they are. I'm like, I don't know. Like, she's like, well, I don't know about, I'm like, we must have, God, what was the term she used? Something about, microevolution. I'm like, well, what do you consider micro, lady, who's 34 years old? Do you consider millions of years microevolution? Anyways, I can't. That's one of the conversations I can't have with her because she's very religious. And it doesn't get, it's about faith at the end of the day, right? They have no concrete. And me and her were baptized together at the church that I started going to, right? When she was 14. So, but yeah, it is what it is. You still love your kids, but it's like, look, there's nothing wrong with, I still believe that there is some higher power. In a sense, there has to be. Shit didn't just fucking come from nothing. And even if there's multiverses and we big bang into existence and then retract and, reverse of that out of existence and then big bang into another multiverse or whatever, that still doesn't explain where all that shit started, right? So, but there's such long, deep conversations that we never have time to really, I think, get into it. She's like, I just don't think we evolved from other species. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure we did either, but I don't think God made us from some dirt and blew dust up, air up our nose like 6,000 years ago either. Like, a lot of folks might think I'm crazy, but I don't, I'm not a Christian, believe in the creation story, but I also don't, I am certainly not solid on that we evolved from apes. It doesn't make sense. Species don't change, don't evolve into other, species, right? Like, you don't have fucking fish turning into mammals and so on and so forth. They say that's kind of how it happened, but I don't know. I think there's just too many missing links and sections for us. I mean, and for fuck's sake, one thing I do believe is that and I think part of the problem with the Christian belief is that, and this isn't a knock, this is just like maybe, anybody who is a firm believer that God created man separate from all other things, from the dirt of the earth, whatever that means. I mean, there has to be at some point some sort of literal take on it. And that just doesn't jive, right? So like I don't get how it seems so obvious that Oh, Jim, growing up, as a kid, we went to Assembly of God, which is pretty radical, and I didn't know that. But we weren't regular churchgoers. We'd go when Granny called Grandpa and said, "Get all the kids and grandkids together. I want you in church for whatever reason." It certainly wasn't every Sunday thing. But when I started going on my own, it was Southern Baptist Church. Just a small one down the road from me. The folks across the street from me, kind of their kids went to the school at church, but it only went to up to 8th grade, and then they had to go to the public school anyway. But then they also worked there and stuff. But and my daughter's, her father-in-law's, he's the pastor of a church up here just north of me. And that's a non-denominational church. They're pretty laid back, which isn't surprising to me at all. But yeah, the Southern Baptist Church I went to, I can't say I don't want to say it wasn't laid back in a negative way. I left after the pastor that was there went back down south, but he was something else, man. I don't know. I talked about him on a stream not too long ago. There's just something about that guy, even though I know and understand what I know and understand about religion and the Christian religion specifically. So it gets hard to, it's hard to reconcile that with folks everything they do and that you see of them. And when they're public figures, they're just doing good shit. And then you have to wonder, it's like, what are they getting that I didn't, even though I thought I did for a while, Like, again, too, it's not that I don't believe there isn't a creator. It's just it's not likely the one described in the Christian Bible, I guess. Or at least that's what I don't think it would be likely that it would be. What do you got, James? Some Jerry Rice footage? Oh, hell yeah.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower.
I knew it was. Sorry about the fucking loud commercial. Yeah, I can't. That's right. James already knows. Yeah, the NFL shit would actually probably get the stream stopped.
Want $1,000 weight.
But I do absolutely endorse what James says. Go watch that later whenever y'all have a chance. Whether you like football or not, it doesn't matter. It's it's art. It's pure art. Yeah, Aaron, it just gets, like I said, it's really tough, My oldest, my baby girl, married to a pastor's son, and, me being, who I am, and we have a great relationship, which is awesome, but it's two really pretty different, like when I was 34 years old, I was fucking raising hell. Well, that was just about the time that I started. That was just about the time that I joined the church, was 2004, 2005, something like that. But I don't know, man. It just came down to I could not fucking continue to tell. I can't. And maybe it's a weakness, right? Like maybe having lack of faith is a weakness. But I see like just blindly supporting something that I'm not able to hold in my hand, in a sense, just got tough for me. And trust me, it wasn't easy, dude. Like I was all in for about 6 or 7 years, and not because any family member wanted me to. It's like I went to church, as I've told some of you folks, quite often at most of the time on Sunday and Wednesday nights by myself. Like I just wasn't interested in anything that we might think or associate with the church. Like, you get these visions of all these families walking in through a church door on a early Sunday morning and happy, dressed nice. And it's like, that wasn't why I was there. And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to knock anybody for that. It's just, I wanted to fucking learn, right? Like I was struggling for one thing in life at that time, and I just wanted to learn if there was any way for me to, I was looking at any possible options to change the road that I was on. So, but then when I decided like I can't handle this anymore, because I was such a science fan, and that's, in the, 2010, 2011 or something is when I got more interested in the double slit experiment and spookiness at a distance and, all that good stuff. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I'll tell you what, Aaron, the last night that I prayed and I knew that I was done studying and done going to church, it was the most miserable couple of days. Like I was scared shitless, dude. Like I had put everything, like all my beliefs, man, were in this afterlife thing. You know what I mean? I was scared shitless, dude, because like even though I knew I was done, it was like, now what? Now there is nothing after this, and now, now what? So it was tough for a minute. I might have gotten rid of all that shit, James, but I had some I can never remember. Why can I never remember his name? Oh, look at that. I got all kinds of old homemade Trump memes. All right, I can't find my 49ers memes. Here's one though that I do like. I like that one. Oh, here's one that, hey, the upcoming meeting on Friday, right? The upcoming meeting on Friday. Here's one that's absolutely relevant. Another homemade TV2 meme. Oops, not that one. James will like that one. That's not the one I wanted to give you. God damn it. This mouse is killing me. There we go. Oh, Russian boat dance. And I do, of course, have one with Vladdy Daddy himself. Fuck you, Trump, you fucking insurrectionist staging, or insurrectionist coup staging, possibly pedophile, certainly rapist bastard. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. You're a dirty dog. You're going to be dead in less than, 3 or 4 years, probably. And it's disgusting how far back you have set our country. You disgusting little fucking big fat orange shit shack. You guys notice the looks like I had some typos there. Anyways. That's back in my early days of putting this crap together. Just spewing garbage out of his mouth right up to a big old loaded dumpster. Dump truck. Yep. All right. Enough of that. Max says something about October 2nd. I'm way beyond. I don't even remember, Mac. I'm sure I must have been mentioned in some sort of date about something or something. Oh, Mac says October. Yeah. Mac, let me see if I still... I almost deleted, started that poll. Or I started that pool, death pool. And the other day... I think I erased it back because my conscience got to me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I got a death pool going on Trump. Yeah, I think I got rid of it, brother. I had you and Mac Dog and Mighty, myself. Just a couple of us had. Yeah, I think I deleted it because I felt I got a real cringy feeling. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yep, I did. That's all right. Oh, you guys. I've told you that I was playing around with the AI thing, images the other day. So I asked it to write. I can't remember what I have the story anyways, the short poem that it wrote, but I asked it to write something about a orange failure or something named Dotard, and it came up with the Ballad of Dotard, the 500-pound orange. But it was quite amazing how it was completely bland and tasteless, but always tore down other pieces of fruit. It's pretty crazy. I'll share that story with you guys sometime. I'll post it in the chat or something. Jim says 3 were on Stormy. Who was the other lucky winner? Oh, there's no way, B. No way, B. He is way, way too dependent on, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Not worshiping, but not the attention of others. Like, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. He could never survive by himself. He is not, yeah, no way. I mean, maybe fake his own death so he don't have to. I don't know, B. Like, he's old. Like, he's, for one, this term is going to take him to, I mean, and I'm not trying to be a dick. People live to be quite a bit older than Trump, right? So I guess he could live for another 10 years. How old is he? 80? He could live to be 90, 95, I suppose. But if he lives beyond this term, he's not going to, I mean, I'm serious. Depending on how he feels, like if he has the same fucked up energy he does right now at the end of his term, he's not going to go away quietly. Now, a lot of shit could change. We've seen it with Biden, how he went downhill during his term. So we could very well see that same thing with Trump. I mean, Trump's obviously a hell of a lot less intact than he was 4 years ago, but we haven't really seen the big fucking, I mean, I don't know. Again, we become desensitized, or I feel like I have. If I'm being honest, I feel like I must have become desensitized somewhat to Trump's bullshit. I mean, he fucking swayed on stage for 40 minutes and nobody's even like, yeah, whatever. So I had to get that out of me a little bit. Lying, cheating, hurting. That's all you seem to do. Running around every guy in town. So who was yeah, she's a dingbat anyways, but so blah blah was saying something about AI taking all the jobs. These people, that's what I mean. It's like these people like are, you know, having, you know, it's one thing to have fucking a whole political party where you have some folks quite a bit extreme than other folks in that same party, but those are very, really small extremes. But to have so many people at such an extreme inside a party of a party, right? Like the MAGA party inside the Republican Party, it's pretty fucking crazy. Like, you can't, so with blah blah's comments about AI taking all the jobs, like she just, I assume, like she's not, she's, you know, I've said the thing, right? Laziness, ignorance, fear of the unknown, violence. So she's just lazy. I don't think Lala is a dumb person or that she doesn't have a decent ability to learn and do well. I think she just is an asshole and doesn't give a fuck about what the truth is, clearly. But to say that like AI is stealing all the jobs and then to go, I support Vance for 2028. It's like, you're fucking clueless what you're fucking talking about. It's like you motherfuckers are just have no idea how you're just completely working against not just your own best interest, but what you claim is your own best interest. It's insane. Did I say that? It's insane. Playing your games drive me insane. Trouble's gonna come to you. B says all days are the same when you retire except for flea markets and garage sales on Saturday. Mine would vary a little bit. I'd have cocktail and loud ass music days, and then probably the day after wouldn't be, but then the day after that would be again, or however well I recovered. Even though I just joke about, I wish, you know, I don't really wish. I think I had fun back in the day when I could drink a case of beer and half a fifth and do a bunch of coke and whatever. I do really love being fairly clear-minded most days now, though. Jim says, except mow the lawn day, rake the leaves day, blow the driveway day. Jim, are you all healed up now, brother? James, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that because we have a built-in entertainment center. And I want to show you guys sometime because it's like this. You can imagine the entertainment center, big old window for the TV, right? Some smaller windows underneath that are just like a foot by a foot or something for speakers or, electronic units, whatever. And then beside the big fucking, and this is all probably 9-ish feet across from one end to the other. But beside the big entertainment, the window for the television are these like probably 18-inch wide standing cabinets they look like, right? So we have like 4 shelves on either side of the entertainment, and this is all built into the wall, so it looks. But on the far side, on the outside wall of the house, that whole shelf is on sliding tracks. So from the floor to the ceiling, that whole fucking shelf unit slides back. So you can get behind the entertainment center, and it's literally a pretty big space. I didn't build it in there. It's like, probably 3.5 feet wide by that whole 9-foot length of the entertainment area. So thankfully, I don't have to fuck with that. The furniture's always going to be arranged around that built-in entertainment center. It's really fucking neat, though. I want to show you guys because I'm like, this is just the fucking... we bought this house almost basically because of the 8-foot wide staircase going from our dining room up to our living room. And our living room's one open room. It's 480 square feet. It's a beat up old fucking farmhouse, but that was added on the year before we bought it. So, and it's amazing out there, right? Hanging out in the living room, it's full of fucking windows. We have a slider going to the backyard. It's, almost a full floor off the ground level. But yeah, that entertainment center, built-in entertainment center with that sliding shelf unit is pretty cool because, I don't know, just the kid in me, I guess. It's like a fucking hiding spot, You would never guess it's back there. Yeah, exactly, James. James says, lucky you. Yeah, right. It's not that fine, Jim. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can't take credit for it. It's a pretty neat setup, I have to say. It really is pretty cool. Like you would have never guessed it was back there until our realtor showed us. Jim says he's been healed for about 6 weeks. Do not recommend the experience. Yeah, so you healed up pretty much normal? You don't have any fucking clicks or glitches or nothing like that? How long did all that take? It was what, this spring you did yourself in? No, I hope not, brother. I worry about Mrs. V, man. Literally, she's like 115 pounds soaking wet, right? And the fucking dogs are just... They don't jump on her or nothing, but they're always under her feet. Like, I wouldn't have that shit. I don't want to be a dumbass. I wouldn't have that shit of them. They're pretty mellow dogs, thankfully. They don't jump on her or nothing, but they're always under her feet, and it's always up and down the stairs, so... I've never broken a bone in my life. I don't know if Mrs. V has. Not since we've been together, but... I wonder how much these stairs are going to be a hassle as we get older. I mean, she's got a bad knee. I just get sick of going up and down them sometimes. Again, all you beautiful people lurking, come in and say hi. I know we ain't got 14 people wrenches in here chatting. Like I said, I don't bite. B does, but she ain't going to be able to draw too much blood from chat. Great panic room until they heist the TV. Yes, exactly, because it's just a big open window back there, right? I mean, there's a panel in back of it, but a thin one. It's not like a wall. Yeah, my mind could go wild, though, but because from that, service area behind the entertainment center, you can go up into the attic, which then you could reach the whole rest of the house on the upper floor, or you could go down into the basement from that very spot behind the entertainment center, which is a trip. Yeah, 3.5 months and a lot of therapy, huh? Dave says he's never broken a bone, just fractures. I wonder how much hardcore it'd be. Well, fuck, Dave. You did your spine, so you don't want to find out what it's like to break a spine. And then what, your ankle? It'd probably suck breaking an ankle, too, but if you got to break something, don't break an ankle before you break your spine. Just stop fucking around, Dave. For fuck's sake, dude. We got to have you. We got to have you here, brother. Dave's going to get his ass kicked if he keeps fucking beating on himself. You guys are something else. How could you follow this chat for the last anywhere from the last 5 minutes to the last 103 minutes and not want to jump right in here and fucking allow yourself to be wrapped up by the incredible fucking love that we have for humanity? Seriously, should we not change the channel name to like Apathy, Sympathy, Masters? When B says she's never broken a bone, I think she means she's never broken one of her own bones. I don't know. There's something about that girl that's fiery. All I want to do is chew some gum. Oh, you guys, I don't need another cocktail. I'm done for the week. There's nothing going on. Mrs. V is off tomorrow, so we're going to go fuck shit up in the sunshine. We're going to go down, travel about 30 minutes or so south to my oldest boys. And he has some blueberry fields, so we're thinking about how, because the fucking field and country store right by us, when we were heading over to our daughter's tonight, the youngest was on her phone looking it up, and the U-Pick ended Monday, so ended 2 days ago. So I fucked up and missed that. So it's $4 a pound for blueberries, and they come in these, like, I think 5 and 10 pound cases, and I want to get at least 10 pounds for my freezer. So that's $40. I'm like, fuck that shit. I mean, buying them straight from the field for $4 a fucking pound, even though they're probably $4 a pint in the store. So my kid has a couple pretty decent fields in the county south of us. But he said I could probably get some out of it, but anything that's left are mushy, or most of what's left are mushy. He said if I really took my time and did some picking, I could probably get some berries, some decent ones. I don't know. We're going to go out and see him anyways tomorrow. I don't know that we'll go pick berries. And I'm pretty discouraged. I'm pissed off. I did this shit last year. I dragged my feet and didn't get a chance to pick the berries myself. Because for one, I want to fucking do some video just to post. Even though it wouldn't be very long. It'd be cool. Kings of empathy and sarcasm. I like that. Not forever, I hope, Mac. All right, you guys. I had nothing planned. I'm surprised we got close to 2 hours. But yeah, I appreciate it. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll probably see you again tomorrow night, possibly. I'm sure I will see you sometime tomorrow, whether you like it or not. But you guys know the spiel. I do appreciate this. Is fun. This is more like what it's all about. And I think thanks you guys just helping keep it light. I was able to minimize the F-bombs, even though Jim asked me some question that had absolutely nothing to do with politics, and then I got all pissy. Jim, I love you, brother. I'm sorry. I'm not real sorry, because I know you're not offended, but... All right, you guys. Here's a little bit of the keeper. I got to put my headphones on, because I'm ready to rock out. I'm going to go do a BRB after I fuck off from you guys, and then... I'm probably going to fucking make my ears ring because it's some music time. I'll see you guys soon. If I don't see you tomorrow, you have a damn good Friday, all right? Peace and love. TV2 out like a motherfucker.